Hello. I know that you can hear me. I've been having a lot of trouble with this live stream. I've attempted to record the same stream approximately 5 or 6 times now, and to no avail. Things keep going wrong, stuff keeps happening, and preventing me from being able to sufficiently record my fucking live stream. So, I'm gonna try again. What you can see that I have on the chart here. Oh wait, I'm just gonna delete these. Oh sorry, one second. I'm gonna delete these so that we can really get into the nitty gritty of what's going on here. So this is a breakaway gap from. I'll just show you. It's just easier. So it's from November 2024, before Bitcoin had this initial bullish run. We we rejected the breakaway gap here and then continued higher, took out sell side, formed multiple all-time highs, and then we've come back down into the breakaway gap, and then now we've tackled this monthly and weekly inefficiencies here. So that's what these are. So one second, I'm just gonna extend this along so that you can see the delivery inside that as well. But essentially, when I go, I'm just giving you like context of what I'm looking at. So when I go down to the 30-minute time frame here, what I want to, I don't know why that's on there. So what I want to show you is this bullish order block right here. So you can see how we have 1, 2, 3 consecutive bearish candles. That is a bullish order block, or that is what will be a bullish order block, on the condition that we trade higher than this open of the first candle in the 3 candle sequence. Okay, so we need to trade up here to this open before we can actually call this an order block, right? So this is what could be an order block, but it's not confirmed yet. I want to stress that point because it leads me to what I'm saying next. Now, 3 standard deviations of this order block, or potentially 2 standard deviations, sorry, would be here to here. Okay, so 2 standard deviations is going to put us above this buy side liquidity here, and another tap into the breakaway gap that is currently being treated as. Well, I'm not going to go into too much detail about what I think about overall price, right? We're just looking at this snippet of the 30-minute time frame here. So this is a monthly or weekly inefficiency, and this is the 1 day breakaway gap that we were talking about before. So my bullish order block has formed here. Okay, now what I'm looking for and what I'm expecting is for price to trade above this green line here that represents the open of the first candle in the sequence of 3. Okay, once we have that, then I'm confident that this is a true bullish order block, and we will at least see this line here be traded to, because it also is within close proximity to the consequent encroachment of this bearish fair value gap. Okay, but as well, it would put us back into like another tap of, or potentially just coming into this area here and sweeping these relative equal highs up here before potentially deciding what it wants to do next, right? Um, so this is our uh, projections of the order block. We're basically hoping for just simply 2 times or 3 times the range that it is delivered within the order block itself. So we're just pretty much stacking three order blocks on top of each other and saying that it's going to go to there. But the thing is, it should it should actually come up to here. So that's our projection there. You have the initial bullish order block here, one standard deviation and two standard deviations. So when I go down to the 5 minute time frame, bear in mind we're currently on the 30 minute. When I go down to the 5 minute, we want to keep these reference points in mind, okay? And especially this green line here. So to the 5 minute, what I've noticed, okay, is obviously we failed to breach the low of this order block here so far anyways, and we failed to breach the low of this order block here as seen there. Then prices very recently formed a propulsion block here, and I've actually, swear to God, I only just noticed that this is a propulsion block now, and it is actually a propulsion block. So oh my days, hello, can you hear me? Hello, 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 can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. It appears that we experienced some kind of technical delay. I apologize for that. um I just want to see how that actually affected the stream and what happened, and whether or not you can still hear me now. Hello, hello. Right, what is going on? So I know that you can still hear me. It's great, but I'm not sure how the stream was actually affected by that temporarily going off. But anyway, doesn't matter. So you can see this bullish order block here. I'm putting the projections on this too. Okay. So the projections of this propulsion block take us to the area that I'm hoping will get traded to on the 30-minute time frame, which I've already outlined the reason why I'm looking for that. The reason why this is a propulsion block is because that is a bullish order block falling inside of another bullish order block and failing to close or get below the mean threshold, so the midpoint of that order block. So you can see how this block comes back into this one. So this one forms, price trades higher, and then this one comes back into the range of this one. So they overlap here. And then we're using the standard deviations to project this higher. And then the standard deviations of this as well should be included because that is the original. Why do I keep doing that? Okay, so oh, I've done this wrong. Sorry. This should be here. Now, the craziest thing about this, right, is both of these projections are like sort of pointing to the same place. So, like, if I was to go long here, just to get my entry in, I want to have my stop loss here, and my take profit I actually want to have up here. Okay, so we're going for an 8.5 to 1 on this trade. But in all honesty, my stop loss should actually be there if we're going for the 30-minute order block, right? But because these propulsion blocks have formed, sorry, this order block and propulsion block here have formed, that is actually, it's kind of making me believe that this low is safe. No, that's a risky one because to be honest, it's probably not. But this low should definitely be safe. So I'm gonna put my stop loss there just for the premise of this panning out. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll see what has happened in regards to this. But like I mentioned at the start of the video, I'll just recap one more time for a bit of clarity's sake. Um, so we have this propulsion block here. Sorry, my apologies. That's actually my bad. We have this bullish order block here. We're projecting standard deviations from this. Okay, that brings us up to the low of this breakaway gap. So that's my trade, right? But some additional confluence is the fact that we've taken two inefficiencies out. Like, so we've rebalanced two inefficiencies here on the same time frame that this order block is being printed on, right? So I'm hoping for these standard deviations. And then, so that's my like higher time frame premise, okay? Then, as we go down to the 5 minute, there is, oh my goodness, am I really that blind? Oh, okay, so I'm actually immensely blind because I genuinely did not see this order block here. So we essentially have three, like we have a propulsion block here and another and that's basically a propulsion block squared. This is crazy. I didn't notice this initially. Like originally I didn't notice this. But now these are our projections. So all of these are pointing towards this green line. And if this green line gets respected or traded to, sorry, then that means that this is a valid order block. And we will likely see a minimum of this and hopefully that. Okay, so obviously I'm going to be able to take a screenshot of this. Wait, let me zoom out a little bit just in case it takes a little bit longer. So I'll be able to take a screenshot of this if it does pan out. I'm hoping that it does. I do actually have a high degree of faith in this. Simply just because of what the candles are showing me. I am also understanding of the fact that we're now in the weekend, so liquidity is drying up until Saturday, which is fair enough. Um, but yeah, that's essentially like how I'm perceiving price at the moment. I actually agree with myself as well. So I'm definitely not just saying it. But am I gonna actually take this trade? I don't know. I mean, like I look at this and I say like that is very beautiful, but it's definitely an if this then that scenario. For example, if this green line gets traded above, then I'll be confident that we're gonna maybe come up to here. Okay. But if we don't close above this on the 30-minute time frame, then I'm anticipating another fold lower. And then what will happen is we will probably make like some type of like an actual bullish order block on the 1 hour time frame, sweeping out all of this liquidity, and then that is what will be utilized to maybe drive price higher for the weekend. But like I do have faith in what I'm envisioning here. Like I do actually see this panning out. But we will have to see if Price is gonna negotiate with us on that one. or if it's going to respect me like the gorgeous intellectual human being that I am. So I suppose we'll see. There's not really much else that I want to say. Um, Overall on Bitcoin, I'm probably leaning more towards being bearish rather than bullish. Um, so yeah, I suppose we're gonna have to come back and see what this trade is doing. Just really quickly, I'm gonna actually put the same projection onto my actual chart that I'm using to take and place trades, and I want to put this on because it will help me just in case I forget about this live stream that I've been doing just now. Because in fairness, I probably won't watch it back, but just in case it pans out, I will want to watch it back. Oh, no fucking way, bro. No fucking way, bro. How does the projection fall perfectly into midnight opening price high? How? 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 What? Kid, what? What? Nah, bro. I don't believe that. No, that's fucking insanity, that. This is mental. Fuck me, fuck me. Okay, so we're going along. Back up into here. No way, bro. And I'm just gonna have my stop at the order block low just to be safe. Um, like the order block low will be invalidation for me because if these lows get taken out, then I, I can almost guarantee that this inefficiency will get retested again, or potentially not. I mean, it might not. That's only if that low gets taken out, because there's not really much holding price up, to be honest. It's kind of just it's kind of just consolidating. Like there's not really much holding it up though, you know. So like it definitely could sweep out a lot more sell side before it actually runs up to take all time highs. So, but I am hoping for this as like a short term minor fluctuation, sort of a redistribution, if you will, or for a price to at least reclaim this area. That does seem a bit far fetched, doesn't it? Hmm. Maybe it printed that order block for me on purpose because it wants to steal my money because it knows that I'm gonna trust the order block. We'll see, we'll see. This is sell side liquidity here. So we'll come back to this. I just want to make sure that I've got a good screenshot that I can take. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That's fine. I don't really presume it to take a longer amount of time than this. But I just want to be able to take like a good screenshot of this trade if it does pan out. So I think I've thoroughly explained my thought process and what I'm anticipating. So I suppose we'll have to see if the algorithm agrees with my analysis. I think this trade is hard in a good way, but we'll have to see about this. I'm not gonna take this trade, not because I don't trust it, but because if I do take this trade, I'm not gonna be able to get to sleep, and I'll just want to sit here and watch it. So I'm not gonna take the trade, okay? And as well, if we take the high, I'm still aiming for 50k. So it's just better shorting opportunity for me. And if we take the low, then I don't really trust the order block anymore. So it's either the order block pans out or it doesn't for me. But anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep. This is all I wanted to. This is all I wanted to capture. I'm gonna show you where my refined stop loss would be just really quickly, um, just in case it doesn't actually hit my stop losses at all. So my more refined stop loss would be at this low for a 5 to 1, or potentially this low for an 8.87 to 1. But no way am I gonna trust this low for a 15 to 1, because it just seems rather unlikely, despite that being a propulsion block squared. So I guess we'll see. But this low is my like overall higher time frame invalidation point. So we'll have to see what price is saying in regards to that. But basically, I want to see this top projection get hit, this one, and that one. And if that one gets hit, that puts us above this 30-minute order block. And then it's likely that we'll reaccumulate inside of this bearish fair value gap. And if that does happen, then price can do one of two things. It can use this to take the liquidity above it back up into and maybe sweep out the liquidity above this premium wick up into here again, taking out these stop losses. Right, anyway, I'm just gonna leave it here because otherwise I could talk about this all night. Anyway, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll see what price is done in relation to my trades. Okay, right. Good night. Much love, future me, and whoever else is potentially watching my YouTube videos. Um, may God grace us in our times of slumber. No.